So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session about the Blue Ocean strategy from the Maritime Center of Excellence. So I hope some of you have been listening the morning session to get a little bit of insights, basically what Maritime Center of Excellence. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session about the Blue Ocean strategy from the Maritime Center of Excellence. So I hope some of you have been listening the morning session to get a little bit of insights, basically what Maritime Center of Excellence. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session about the Blue Ocean strategy from the Maritime. Everyone, welcome to the session about the Blue Ocean strategy from the. Okay, but do you see my screen now? Am I sharing? And hope it will be okay this time. Sorry for this. Okay, now I see that you see my screen, so hope the voice will be okay, and I will go just to full screen. Okay, so let's start one more time. I think it should be okay right now. So the Blue Ocean strategy and the Maritime Center of Excellence. So just a little bit of play at the beginning. So if you check basically for the one tool that is currently AI tool basically that can be commercially found, and you check basically for the Blue Ocean strategy definition for the maritime sector in Croatia, then somehow you get a very kind of a decent reply that could guideline as well the presentation for today. And I'll just kind of scroll very, very fastly through the reply. It's developing a new economic activities, promoting the low carbon sustainable tourism, strengthening the role of the maritime sector, investing in suitable and green economical growth, creating win-win outcome by aligning three strategy around the value proposition, value, profits, and people. And that would be kind of a short term, basically, what AI would see if you would regenerate the prompt of the Blue Ocean strategy for the Croatia. If you would go in the same way and ask the Maritime Center of Excellence, where do we see the Blue Ocean strategy for the Croatia and for the activities that basically we do in Croatia, you would most probably from many of us get those kind of four very straightforward replies. So from one side, we are using the advanced technologies like VR and AR for the data visualization. Some concrete examples you can see here. So for example, using the VR for the crew training tools, digital twins basically for the automation of the ship processes, high quality VR for the sales organization to be able to understand more about the kind of the ship design that we are providing. From another one, I think we mentioned a couple of times in our presentation during the last couple of days about the ship autonomy and why the ship autonomy basically creates a disruption in the maritime market. On the left side, you see the hydrogen. Hydrogen is definitely something what the maritime market is talking a lot. And we believe that as well, we can create a difference by basically innovating in the hydrogen market space when it comes to the maritime. And then there is the last one about the smart marina that I will spend most of my presentation today, because I think this one could be the closest example of the Blue Ocean strategy on the concrete example of the Croatian economy, And the closest example as well, what would kind of fit what Perplexity was returning in a slide before. So just to understand more, what is the approach? So the picture kind of visualize the marina that somehow we are building on top of in Rijeka. So some sort of the history is there. The marina was called basically in the past the Porto Baros Marina, and it always basically was the very important segment of the city of Rijeka. What we are trying to do, we are trying to not just to build marina, but I think everything what we will build should be innovative, should be some sort of a polygon of the new innovative solutions. And it should be as well polygon for the people with the idea and creativity to go on this journey together with us. So I hope I would say that with the next kind of 45 minutes of my presentation, I can get your attraction, and we can basically start working on this one together as a partners in this journey. So to come a little bit closer to the vision of the marina that we are building, in next few minutes you will just see the video that is kind of presenting the vision of the project that basically we are building at the moment.
Lürssen Design Center, Varner. Maritime Center of Excellence. ACI and GitTown proudly present a vision of a smart, self-sustaining, and green marina based on application of smart technologies. Patrick, welcome back to ACI GitTown Marina Rijeka. We are glad that you've recognized our marina as an attractive destination and that you've decided to come back in search for new facilities. Based on vessel detection and its size, you have been assigned the optimal location in the marina. Please follow the directions to berth 42. Let me use the time we have while mooring the boat to recommend some activities in Rijeka selected according to your preferences during your last visit to Rijeka. How about visiting the Sugar Refinery Palace, which was declared a protected cultural property in 1970? Here, there is also the Children's House, one of a kind in Croatia. Would you like to visit it after the tour of Sugar Palace? The green autonomous vehicle has arrived and is waiting at the dock. Around the corner, there is a new sushi restaurant with great reviews. Would you like me to book you a table for two for dinner? Information to the crew: the ordered supplies are coming in and can be taken on board after the owners leave the yacht and go off sightseeing. Patrick, everything is all set. Before you start your adventure, do not miss the unique experience of enjoying a cup of coffee on a crane. ACI GitTown Marina Rijeka is the first green and digital marina in the Adriatic, where innovative technologies address all existing and potential challenges. Thanks to the advanced digital monitoring and management platform, 5G network and renewable energy sources, ACI GitTown Marina Rijeka not only provides superior service, but does so in an environmentally advanced manner. Autonomous vehicles, sensors, cameras, vessels, and users are connected via a 5G network into a single system, provided by an advanced digital marina platform. The management and control system is based on a digital twin model that uses the collected data to create the integral model of the marina and all the events in real time. When entering the marina, vessels and their users are instantly recognized, which ensures a personalized experience of the marina and optimal berth space allocation. The system also takes into account the maritime traffic in the marina, thus providing state-of-the-art security level. Using a mobile application, users may request an inspection of shell plating performed by an autonomous underwater drone. Users are guaranteed a peace of mind thanks to both an autonomous drone monitoring the marina, as well as the possibility of checking the current condition of the vessel at any time. Preventative maintenance system as an extension of the digital twin of marina, in conjunction with augmented reality, enables timely and efficient maintenance of the vessel. In addition to maritime traffic, the system also monitors land traffic. Monitoring and management of boat berths allow efficient and easy mooring by guiding the user to an available spot. An electric autonomous vehicle is waiting at the charging station and is ready to go, at all times depending on the preferred dynamics of the user. Using a smart app, marina users send for an autonomous vehicle. The intelligent marina management system optimizes vehicle trajectory, thereby increasing the level of service and reducing energy consumption. Safety always comes first. The obstacle recognition system is reliable regardless of weather conditions and guarantees safety to passengers and pedestrians. ACI Gitone Marina Rijeka is ready for green transition to powers of the future, thanks to charging stations for electric vessels and hydrogen-powered vessels. The goal is to provide green power users with the complete infrastructure required for orderly and safe traffic. In addition to the production of green energy from renewable energy sources, such as solar panels, the goal of a green marina is to have a zero-waste production rate, which is achieved by high-tech solutions for the conversion of waste into energy. Non-recyclable municipal waste, as well as waste oils and sludge, which are collected from the marina by autonomous logistics vehicles, are delivered to the waste collection and treatment plant. Solid, non-recyclable waste, consisting mainly of food leftovers, textiles, biomass, undecomposed plastics, and paper, but also hazardous substances such as infectious waste and paint residues, is shredded and dried to reduce moisture content. The shredded waste is transferred to the reactor. The high-tech gasification system uses plasma torches, which, thanks to temperatures above 8,000 degrees Celsius, directly gasify the shredded waste and convert it into valuable synthetic gas and a minimum amount of vitrified inert sludge. The synthetic gas is then cooled and purified before it reaches the electric power generator. A high-performance fuel cell generates electrical and heat energy directly from purified synthetic gas, and the result of the conversion are pure exhaust gases. Thank you for visiting ACI Gitone Marina Rijeka. Completely green, self-sustaining, digital marina where you, your safety, and your experience come first. Patrick, see you again next year.
Okay, so I hope you are still with me and you like the video. So I think this is the vision, and what is, I would say, very significant about the vision was quite some of the technologies, quite some of the challenges, quite some of the things that somehow are indicating the need for the different profile of the experts and people that should work on this one. And in the following slides, I will go more deeply, I would say, in some of those, just for you to understand what was the kind of rationale and background of our thinkings, and how we, in a general, basically build the whole idea. I think what will be the crucial as well to understand the presentation, there is an always, like we started from the blue ocean strategy, there is an always the customer need, there is an always the tourist, there is an always the nautical, I would say, experience that we want to kind of extend and bring to the society. And there are kind of always two views of the customer, I would say, environment that we are exposing into the video, into the vision, and basically in this presentation. One is the user experience, and we will go through that, how we see the user experience. And the second one is the experience of the operations of the marina that should as well kind of be pretty much aligned between each other. Otherwise, we could risk somehow non-user-friendly environment that we are building. So when it comes to the user experience, there were quite some of the things basically showed in the video, but this is just to kind of put in the simple words where we are after and what do we think. So when it comes to the, I would say, graphical interface, it always has to be very kind of attractive. And one of the cases here is just shown how the kind of a user experience on the Apple device could look like. We are always aiming for the simplification. So I think the simplification comes as the first thing, because our users are not kind of experts in all of the technologies that will be available in the marina. So it has to be very intuitive and has to be kind of something what is easy to use. This is just one of the examples. It's a kind of one of the Figmas that you see on the right side that is showing, you know, like how the whole thing basically could look like on one of the devices. And on the left side, you have a smart application for the ship owners, like chatting, like real-time berth information, reservation of the berth in the desired time. So this is like one of the big aspects, I would say, from the technology perspective, is to have a constant real-time interface between the asset and the marina and the tourist that basically is visiting the marina. Then the request of assistance during the arrival and departure. This is a pretty much traditional stuff that is basically as well at the moment kind of available. Check-in and check-out, request of taxi or any other service. We will talk a little bit about that one. It's a kind of an interworking between the services of marina and outside of marina. Surrounding info, browsing of all the connected devices, everything what is kind of available from the digital segment of marina. And then all of the payments and interactions basically with the business systems of marina. Then it's continuing with this set of applications. There is a kind of a proposition where the tourist can always, and a ship owner can always check the availability of the asset as such of his ship. What is, I would say, quite important one more time from the tourists, because the ships that are kind of being pushed to the marina are the ones that kind of have a biggest kind of intention when it comes to the owners and when it comes to the marina. So it is very important that owner all the time basically has the real-time information, not just from the marina but as well from the ship as such. Then there are other basically services like advertising, banking stuff, important notification and alerts in case of some sort of emergency situations. Going further, I think there is another thing that somehow we are distinguishing is a smart application for the crew of the bigger ships that are basically joining and coming to marina. Like ordering boat suppliers. For some of you don't know, the crew is usually is staying on the ship and kind of the maintaining, and especially this is very important for the big yachts. So ordering automation when it comes to the ordering of different suppliers, requesting for the charging services, direct connections with the services and technical support. Some sort of the AR overlay inside guided technical support in case of something needs to be basically done on the ship. Vessel inspections, these are kind of a traditional as well services in the marinas, and then the overview of statuses of all the requests in the real time. There is always, I think that this is becoming more and more popular, especially from the device perspective. So I think we came with a conclusion that some aspect of the services for the tourists should as well have the spice of artificial intelligence and augmented reality. Here are just basically 4 examples. 24 support for the marina users will help of the learning models that somehow are underlying layer of the marina. Internet of the senses and emotional connections with the ASI Marina Rijeka. This is a little bit of advanced kind of add-on things that should happen basically in regards to the current Internet of the things that is kind of moving as well into the Internet of the senses. AI complements and augmented human capabilities. And then finally, the AR application that extends the ASI Marina to the higher dimension. The example of this AR could be as well, one more time, some sort of the maintenance service or help services in case of the help is needed for the usage of smart pedestals, smart pumping stations, and everything what will be kind of a new potentially to the tourist that is visiting the marina. Another thing that was kind of exposed in the vision is the usage of, for example, augmented reality from the perspective of entrance the marina. As Marina Rijeka will be the new marina, and for the tourists, and it will every kind of a visitor will require extra help, and then the augmented reality is the thing that we are developing as an extra help for the tourists to get in. Now, of course, this depends as well on the capability on the ship as such, but it will definitely be one of the options that somehow will show, for example, some basic info about the berth, about the way how to enter the marina, about the conditions in the marina, so that somehow the planning from the side of the tourist and interaction basically with the tourist should be secured. I already mentioned this one. I think it was as well in the video. It's a live kind of a support information to the user when entering the marina, where all the kind of relevant information about the route and which berth and how to come to this route and this berth will be shared, I would say, through the mobile device, so that we by this one we can secure safety and security, not just for the people that are entering, but basically as well for the assets and the people that are in the marina in the real time. Then there are some other things that somehow we are mentioning in the video, and there will be available in Marina. Maybe something like that was the kind of a most attractive is the autonomous vehicles. From one side, autonomous vehicles that are using the classical logistics and segment of the logistic in the marina and cleaning service of marina. And on another side is the kind of marina as such in the Rijeka is indicating that there will be quite many of tourists, because it will be open marina for the society. There will be quite many of tourists that will kind of constantly be mobile from one part of marina to another part of marina. So in that case, I would say to avoid any rush hours and the issues with the congestions. There will be as well the software and the software background of the autonomous electric devices that will kind of help in the mobility of the tourists. Another part that we are developing, I would say in-house, this will be the first marina where every single device in marina will be industrially designed with marina. So this means that all the EV chargers, smart bins, smart pedestals, everything will be designed, I would say, in the same way. So somehow to keep the same look and feel, I would say, from the design perspective. But as well, what is very important, if you can see on the left side, this is just a symbolic. The smart pedestals will enable that you can kind of pump out all the gray and black waters on every single bird, what is not a common kind of a practice at the moment in Croatia. And this will immediately kind of give a kind of a very positive impact on the environmental side. Then alternative fuel options, they are considered, and I think this is maybe kind of a mid to long-term planning for the marina. It will not come basically from the first day, but as a concept, we are already working on the concept introduction in one part of Croatia. Hydrogen definitely could be the opportunity that we should use, but there are some other as well alternative propositions in the direction of the electrification, for example. I already mentioned, you know, like both sewage and oil village basically parts. We are designing and dimensioning as well the system for this one, and the system as well should work in accordance to minimize any impact, I would say, on the environment from perspective of ships that are basically putting this waste out to the marina. There was another aspect, I would say, of using drones. The one that basically we are considering heavily is the underwater inspections, and this would definitely create additional automation from perspective of the service in marina. So moving forward, this is just a sketch of another potential usage of very popular, I would say, QR code usage at the moment. So many kind of information that could be found about the marina and so on would be positioned through the QR code. We don't think that somehow the QR codes would be kind of pictured in a static way, but here is the idea of projection of the different informations in time by projecting the different QR codes around the marina and giving basically as well informations through the QR codes to the visitors of the marina. Now another big aspect. So that was a little bit of sketch about the all the things that we are trying to introduce around the user experience, and now this is a marina operation experience, which is kind of the heart of the whole story. So let me take you through that one as well. So there was a situation about marina and how about a ship entering to the marina, but then there was as well the situation how eventually we can dedicate particular birds to the particular ship that is entering the marina. So the whole story about it is we would see it quite innovative, and it is based on the boat detections, and it's not just the kind of that we detect the type of the boats, but really that we get all of the information around the boat when it comes to the type, length, and the registration. And by that one, we completely make an automation of registration of that boat basically into the marina without any human interference. But this one, first of all, I think we are securing that all the things should be done, I would say, with minimum risk of the failure. But from another side, it's always the speed and efficiency that should be offered basically to the visitor. Okay. Then I think this is a little bit about what is taking the heart of the system. So in some of our presentations, we are already mentioning digital twins and as a baseline, I would say, for the technology baseline for the executing the marina operation monitoring. And this is a little bit about the use cases on the twin side. So from one side, the twin is executing the information that it can get basically out of the outside sources, and here is just a kind of one of the examples where the twin can get information about the weather and then to project and simulate different behaviors in marina according to the planned weather. This is, I would say, significantly important for this marina because of the specific situation with the wind. And based on the situation with the wind, there is as well some sort of a logic how we are filling and executing the berth allocation basically in the marina. Berth occupancy monitoring in the real time. I think this was the one thing that was already a couple of times mentioned. This means that every single berth, in a real time, we know is it kind of a free or is it taken. And by this information, we can not just historically and in real time, we can as well use this one as well for the simulations and projections based on information from the booking system, for example, to estimate how the situation in marina should look like in any kind of a position in the future. Port traffic management system, one more time to reduce the risk of any boat hazards. It is constantly kind of the algorithm in the background that is kind of offering the most optimal traffic control for the marina. Then it's a kind of a very important segment that we see that is a kind of a requested out of the existing marinas in Croatia is the collaboration between the segment of the berths and berth occupancy and as well parking occupancy. Sometimes it can happen that somehow parking is completely full. So then we need to kind of a reaction what happens basically with our visitors that are visiting our kind of marina and they are still expecting to get the kind of parking into marina. This is a significant issue at the moment. So I think by this alignment, digital alignment between both sources for data, we believe that somehow we can have a kind of an optimized usage and better, I would say, experience for the visitor. Then it's another thing that usually takes quite some of the operational power for the marinas at the moment, and this is the crane service. Crane service is just another service that kind of we are putting in a digital twin and monitoring and according to the all other inputs that basically we have around the crane. Monitoring and management of the consumed electrical energy. This is, I would say, very significant part of the, and you will see in the next slides as well, of the marina, because marina, from one side, it's a producing electrical energy. There will be solar panels basically that will produce the electrical energy. But from another side, we have as well heavy users like EV chargers, like pedestals. So there should be constant balance on the energy management system between demand and supply. And of course, we would like to use maximally renewable source of energy that could be kind of used in our marina environment. I mentioned a couple of times the digital twin, and this is kind of a sketch what we see the digital twin is. So the digital twin as a platform, I think, is a quite known concept. I would say what's making a digital twin is a complicated thing to understand is whenever you are discussing about digital twin, you hear about the tons of different kind of definitions what in reality digital twin is. So here is our definition, how we see it. So it's like a asset and process collaboration with the very good visualizations. We are always thinking about 3D visualizations. It is offering all the dashboards and reports and alerts. From one side, it's a process workflow manager, and from another side is the asset management, making basically both together. It makes basically digital twin. Then from another side, you can, through the digital twin environment that we will enable, you have a design studio that you can kind of create any sort of a domain application inside of the twin that should serve the purpose. So for example, some applications that I was already showing, like energy management, like a destination management, like a mobility management, all of them are pretty much kind of the applications that we are creating out of the digital twin environment. Analytics and kind of an advanced analytics are all of the data sets that are basically in. Then openness through the connections and APIs. And then one thing that I was mentioning a lot is we have two types of data that is coming to the digital twin. One is the so-called real-time data, and another one is the data that is related to the simulations or synthetic data. Around the twin, you have all of these applications, so I don't want to go into too much in the details. All the applications that are kind of serving the purpose of the smart marina environment. Here is the one more time, just to kind of a sum up of all of the software and capabilities of the twin that I mentioned basically in slide before. So I wouldn't like to now that we go one more time in those details. One important aspect of the solution as such that I mentioned as well on my presentation in the morning, we are not building the separate digital and green island in the middle of one town. So what we need to secure, I would say, in June 2025, when Marina will be live and active, we need to secure that somehow that Marina with infrastructure is completely embedded into the system of the town. This means that all of the logistics and mobilities between a town and Marina should be secured. So when I was mentioning these connectors and APIs between the digital operational model of Marina and city, this is exactly what we are speaking about. Otherwise, we are in a situation that we will provide a very smart solution that finally will not fit the town as such, and that's not somehow the approach that we are taking with this one. Maintenance of Marina, I think it's quite logical after you create and centralize all of the data sets of the Marina on one position. Then the whole maintenance somehow and all kind of analytics around the maintenance becomes much more easier and much more kind of automative and intelligent. But one thing that is not so straightforward, and for some of you that you don't know, I think from perspective of maritime industry in general, this could be the first slide. So if we would discuss, I would say with the maritime stakeholders, most probably they would start with the safety and security. So this is the aspect that is, I would say, we are very sensitive to it. So I think we have a zero tolerance about any safety and security challenge that might happen. And if you kind of see how many of these digital devices we will use, it automatically basically brings the kind of discussion out. Here is just to kind of bring one of the things that we are working on, and this is a security operational center for the maritime technologies in the Croatia, starting with this concrete example of Marina. We believe that at the moment in the Adriatic and Mediterranean, we don't have a centralized security operations center for the maritime onshore and offshore infrastructure. And by basically investing and creating the base research basically for this approach, we believe that somehow we can make as well a very interesting product for the global. All of the things I would say beside the cybersecurity, like safety, fire protections, centralizations of this data, announcements, this is all part of the same concept. So we see this one as a pretty holistic and the approach that somehow does not just address one part of it, but basically the whole holistic picture of the safety and security requirements in one segment like Marina. It was very important to mention at the beginning, and I constantly mentioning this green and sustainable momentum. I think the goal and a vision, like it was stated in the video, is that somehow we do the zero impact on the environment by building the kind of a new infrastructure. That's not an easy one because the change that Marina can bring could be significant to the nature. Here there are some things that somehow we are including into the whole concept, so that we really challenge this kind of a goal that is in front of us, and we really want to have a kind of success in reaching zero implications to the nature. From one side is the constant monitoring, and we already started to do this. So we want to understand what is the environmental aspect of today, and in a year and a half from now, when Marina will be finished, we will constantly measure the quality of air and water in the marina and around the marina. The point is not to basically stay where we are, because even today the kind of the parameters not perfect. The point is that somehow we, with the kind of technologies that we have and we can provide, we reduce the kind of the impact on the air and the water from perspective of the things that we can do as a marine. Then it's energy management and monitoring. I already mentioned this one. The point is around the renewable sources and to maximally use the renewable sources. Smart regulations of lighting, heating, ventilations, and air condition. These are all kind of structured as a big, heavy users and potential energy consumers. And by measuring and optimizing them in the real time, we believe that somehow we can reduce the impact, potential negative impact on the environment. Filtering production and usage of the technical water. All the kind of waters used, I would say, into the marina should be technical water, so something like coming from the rainwater. And here are somehow some sort of compulsive proposals, like using it for washing and cleaning of the marina. Measuring on the air conditions and hot system basically usage, heating pumps, another aspect, I would say, of energy efficiency that we are targeting. Using the different lights, this is not anymore this is a kind of a normal thing. What is kind of a not so normal, and I think we believe that we will be one of the first one, with light you can pollute in a different way. So I think it's from one side energy, but from another one is the light pollution. And as the marina will be in the heart of the city, we don't want to pollute as well by the light any kind of components of component of the city. So there will be kind of a system that will optimize as well usage of the strength of the lights that the light that marina creates. Sterilization and volume reduction of the hazardous waste. This is another part that somehow we are working with. So there is a in-house built solution for the sterilization and the volume reduction, and that one will be as well proposed as a one component that will serve the recycle segment of and waste management in marina. I already mentioned the photovoltaic part and the power plant that will be part of the marina. So I think we already touched on that. And then maybe the one that is a kind of one of the more interesting aspects is that usage of different technologies. I think in this example is the waste energy. Of course, this kind of a plant we are not planning to push into the marina, but we are planning to push this kind of a technology to the city, what means that somehow all of the residuals that could come out from the marina and I would say our neighboring, environment around the marina would eventually very effectively be recycled. There is an in-house, I will not go now into detail, but it was in the video as well, in-house built solution based on the so-called plasma torches. That could be very effective, I would say, the solution for the destroying the old residuals and non-recyclable municipal waste that would come basically out of the marina. So this brings me to the end of the presentation and the kind of a big invite to all of you. I hope you heard some sort of the new concepts. You felt that there are some of the innovation aspects on top, which could be your part to build and give your expertise and help us basically to achieve the goal that we are trying to achieve. So this is just one of the kind of a blue ocean innovative concept that I wanted to basically go to the deep dive. But all other that we mentioned at the beginning, like ship automation, or hydrogen usage for the ship traffic basically in Croatia and Mediterranean. Could be other options basically for you guys to join us and start being basically part of our own journey. So this brings me to the end of my presentation, and if you have any questions or answers, we are glad basically to take them. So just make your questions or use the showroom of the Lursen. By the way, in that showroom, you can as well find quite some of the movies from the big yacht productions to the same movie basically about the vision of the marina, but there's as well the movie that is kind of showing what else we do when it comes to the basic research and development in Croatia. So thank you very much, and thank you for your time, and hope you enjoy it.